Alrighty, so as we can see here, we got our brisket. This one's only about about 9.5 pounds. I wanted something a little bit more, but they didn't have any. They just kind of had like a limited supply, so this is what we got to do. So I can get it all cleaned up and pat down here. Get all this extra purge off and junk. All right. Got a little loaf pan here. I'm gonna be keeping some of this fat that I take off and using it as like a beef tallow. I'm gonna let it render out while it's smoking and then use it back on the brisket here. Alright, so we got our beef tallow here, or beef fat, that will render down and use it on the brisket later for extra flavor and everything. So now we can get our seasoning on. Got some seasoning here that I mixed up. Just a combination of some applewood and barbecue grill mates. I mix them together and then mix my own stuff into that. So I just use that as a starter. Mix a little bit of brown sugar. In this case, also mixed in a little bit of coffee, like a espresso roast that's a really fine grind, or almost like a powder if you know espresso. Got a little bit of that mixed in there too. And the other thing we're gonna do is got a little bit of an injection made up here. It's just some beef broth, and I took some of the barbecue spices and ground them up in a cheap coffee maker into a powder, and then mixed it in with the beef broth. So we'll get a little bit of an injection going here. Alright, now let's get some seasoning on here. Looking yummy. Alright, so I've got the brisket on the grill here. And as you can see, got it set at 225, it's about 215-ish. Got the hopper full of pellets. I've got cherry wood pellets in there. Alrighty, let's go check our meat here. Ho, ho, ho. Oh man, looky there. Yum, yum. Alright, so let's check our brisket here. Alrighty, so we're hitting that 160 spot, so this is going to be time to wrap, and same thing for our ribs. So time to wrap our ribs and brisket, and I've got some beef tallow. This is what I took off of the brisket earlier and rendering it down. So when we get ready to wrap, I'm going to be soaking the wrapping paper, butcher paper, with that also. Alright, let's get inside here. Alright, so we've got our butcher paper here. And let's see. Yeah, I'll do this double. Gonna overlap it here. All right. Yeah. Oh man, that brisket's looking good. All right. So now what we're gonna do, we've got our beef tallow here. And basically, we're just gonna get our paper wet. Now, this is something I saw on with Harry-So for Slap Your Daddy Barbecue. I've done some other briskets and I've never done this before. And even with his results were kind of like so-so. It, you know, it tend to help. So, see what happens here. Alright, no fat can never go to waste. Alright. We're gonna get this. Flip it again. There we go. Now, got a little nice tight package. And this is going back on the grill or smoker. Alrighty, let's take a look-see. Take a peek at this brisket here. Got some hot dogs thrown on there from my wife. Looks like we're about, we'll call it 193, so we're gonna still keep it on. Want to get it up to that 200, 205 range. Get all that fat rendered down. Then we'll just throw it in a cooler and let it sit for about an hour. Alright, getting ready to take a check on the brisket again. Alright. Hot dogs are looking good. Alright, we're showing like 202. Give it another half hour, then we'll stick it in an ice chest or something and let it sit. Alright, so we got our brisket off, hitting about in the 200 range, like about a half hour ago. It was hitting at 202, gave it another half hour. So now I'm gonna, I don't exactly have a ice chest, but what I do have, thermal bag from Costco. So that's what we're gonna use. All right. Alrighty, so now it's time to take the brisket out of the thermal bag and see what we got. We got the jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle. Alright, so I'm going to separate the point from the flat here. There we go. Like butter. And just look how juicy that is. Oh yeah. Smoke ring. Give it that squeeze. Got all that juices and fat coming out. Can't ask for anything more. Let's take a slice of it here. Got the droop. And comes right apart. Juicy, tasty. Can't complain. Alright, so that takes care of the flat. Alright, let's get into the point muscle here, where all the burnt ends are made from, and see how this is. So again, nice and juicy. Comes right apart. Cannot complain. Very yummy and very juicy. I mean, can't complain. I would call this a success. Alrighty guys, well that concludes our video for today on cooking a brisket. Thank you for watching. If you like, please like, comment, share, subscribe if you like the video. Making plenty more of them. Thank you for watching again. Thank you to all my military's brothers and sisters out there and our first responders protecting this great nation of ours. Have a good day. See you on the next video.